Welcome back to Fantasy Football by Committee, powered by Flurry Sports. It can be tough to win a fantasy league on your own, but at FFBC, we will work together to bring home the hardware. Hosted by Zach Bruner and the rest of the Flurry Sports crew, we will give top-level analysis, answer your questions, and, well, go off on other tangents.
That was after I tried to get ChatGPT to admit that 9/11 was an inside job, but it stood firm. It gave quite a few solid points that it was true.
Welcome to Fantasy Football by Committee. The show starts in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Happy week 5. First round of bye weeks, which is never a fun thing. Feels way too early for that. But we are finally out of September, so I suppose everything is going to start getting a little bit crazy. The start of this week was already crazy. We had the, injuries, we had stuff like that or whatever, and then all of a sudden we roll into waivers, we complete waivers, and then it's and by the way, Trey Benson's on IR, Bucky Irving is in a boot in crutches, but still can play. We'll keep him. Keep that a possibility. There's a lot of weird injury stuff going on. Brock Bowers didn't practice. Deebo Samuel didn't practice. Terry McLaurin's out. So there's going to be a lot of crazy injury shit this week, I imagine. Yeah, Luke?
I might have put together the worst starting lineup in a dynasty league of all time in our 32-man dynasty league. I just want to read it to you guys real quick.
Great.
Running back Bucky Irving, questionable. Fine start if he plays.
Sure.
Wide receiver 1, Alec Pierce, questionable.
Tough.
Flex, Jeremy McNichols. Flex, Ronnie Rivers, I don't even think that he's on the roster.
Yeah, not sure.
Flex, Joshua Palmer. Defense player, Aziz El-Shair, which he's fun. He doesn't really score a lot of points, but he's fun. And then I don't have a quarterback this week or anyone that can fill a super flex because I have 3 guys on bye and the rest are on IR. So I'm hoping that we get a Pat Mahomes injury because I have Gardner Minshew starting.
Yeah, fair enough.
The only thing worse than that roster is this league.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird league. But, hey, my team's doing well right now, so I'm not going to complain at the current moment. I do regret trading for a bunch of future picks, though. Because, I don't anticipate there being a future.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
It's crazy to be looking at the standings right now. I am 3-1 right now, and I am 9th and out of the playoffs because it's 32 teams and only 8 make it.
Yeah, fair enough. There's been weird leagues. I feel really good about my Scott Fishbowl team though, so we'll see what happens with that. Okay. So before we start talking about fantasy football, if you were watching live, definitely answer or ask questions in the chat and we'll answer them. If you're watching this after the fact, definitely still put your questions in the comments. There's been a few after our videos lately, and I usually like to go in there and answer you guys' questions. I'm sure the rest of us will as well. So definitely do that if you have any questions. Other videos we got up, Luke's got a Survivor picks on the Flurry Sports YouTube channel, so go and watch that. I will say if you are doing your Survivor League, if you're following with Luke and you were waiting until after the stream to put your pick in, maybe you put the pick in first and then you watch the video after because he does pick the Rams.
Yes,
so, spoiler alert, thumbnail may have spoiled it each week as well, potentially. The big smiling Puka Nakua probably gives that away, but definitely go and watch that. Luke's obviously 4-0 so far, still surviving, which is all we're trying to do. And then our other channel, the Fantasy Football channel, is called Fantasy Football by Committee. Over there today, we posted our panic meter video saying how much we're panicking on players like Ladd McConkey, Sam Laporta, Derrick Henry, T. Higgins, A.J. Brown. So if you are freaking out and figuring out what you are going to do with some of these players, definitely go and check that out, I would say. But before we get into more fantasy stuff, Luke teased it last night. He's going to have more of a coffee update today. Luke is trying to get into hot black coffee, and he is not dipping a toe in. He's leaping into the scalding hot coffee. Day 3, first day, stop me if I am wrong, but first day ended up with puking. Second day, a little bit of pain, but he's pushing through. And then today was the third day.
Yeah, I want to preface this off the start by saying the first day, I don't think it was, you throw up and it's always a bad thing, right? Whenever you throw up, something bad happened.
Iron sharpens iron for sure.
Yeah, I think that kind of falls in line with my body had to react to something new, a new substance that it hasn't like really been accustomed to. And 15 years, and even 15 years ago, I didn't drink coffee. That might have been like, I might have like 4 coffees that I've drank in my entire life. So 15 years ago and now 3 in a row. I think that was more of I just needed to get it out of my system, and that was just kind of like a code, and let's figure it out. So I'm going back to the place next week, and the science experiment's gonna carry on with it because I think we'll have a different result. But for those who are new or are not listening, my whole goal in this is people who drink black coffee like first thing in the morning. Those are cool people. Like that's something I want to experience. I never got to experience that before. So I'm really trying to dip head toe in. I don't care about flavor. I don't care about ice. I don't care about any of the Miami Dolphins candy ass crap. I'm going straight into the Pittsburgh Steelers run the football black coffee. So 2 days ago, it was a local shop that I'm not going to say the name of.
Okay.
Yesterday was Starbucks. Today was McDonald's, which I was told has the best black coffee in the world. They said it's very smooth, and I think I have to agree. Like McDonald's is my number one so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, you're comparing it to Starbucks, which I don't think is very good, but interesting.
So like the first 2 times I was, I had the black coffee. I was sipping it like, and it kind of go down. I didn't like, you kind of make the face like when you take a shot of like vodka and you make kind of the gross face. That's how I was with the first 2. I was drinking this like it was water.
See, that's the thing. I think McDonald's coffee is very watery. Maybe that's good. I mean, it's a nice little way to dip your toe in, I suppose. Did you get a small?
Yeah.
So you can drink it hot still? Okay. I think that's smart. That's probably a good way to go.
Yeah, I think.
Does the caffeine help? Like,
no.
Are you feeling that?
No.
Okay, good.
No, don't feel any difference at all. But I think the issue with like the first day I got a medium, and that was just too much to start off the bat. So it's been small since, and that McDonald's today, like, it still doesn't taste good, but it with the watered down, it tastes a little bit better. But with that being said, I'm not looking for watered down black coffee. I'm looking for hardcore black coffee.
As thick as you can get it. I feel you. I feel like you're going to be, there's this old coffee brand. I think they still make it. It's called Chock full of nuts or Chock full o nuts. I feel like that's going to be yours. Like, I feel like that is the like old school, just I'll have a cup of Joe, cup of dirt, whatever you want to call it. I feel like that is what that stuff is.
I'm telling you, in my perfect world, I end up like who's like Chuck Noll from the 70s Steelers. Just give Franco Harris the ball, Jack Lambert plugging up the middle. Like, this is what I want to be.
I love it.
Now, here's my question with the coffee. Have you noticed your digestive system changing or no?
No. Well, I was asked that today because this is a thing
good.
I've been talking about at work with people because people are like getting invested in this. No, to be honest, it has done nothing out of the ordinary for what has been coming out of me.
What is something might be wrong with your body? Coffee doesn't affect you either way.
Well, because it's still a new thing yet, right? My body hasn't adjusted yet.
Yeah. Your body
just a small.
may be able to
small
deal
is
with anything.
very small.
Although you did throw up the other day, but
my body cannot do nearly as much as I was able to in college, which kind of sucks. But we're working on it.
I've had that realization lately too, and you're not even 30 yet.
Right.
Like I get tired now. If I'd stay up like past 2 and I wake up if I get like under 4 hours of sleep, I can't really function very well anymore, and that makes me sad.
So I've been functioning well, getting under if I can get. So I get about 5 hours of sleep a night on a good day. But if I get like anywhere between like 3.5 to 5, not great the next day. But if I'm getting like 1.5 to 2, I'm great the next day.
That's how I've always been too.
It's insane, you guys. Granted, I have health-related issues that mean I have to get more sleep. But if I get anything under 8, I'm struggling. And you guys are out here with 4 and 5 still. That's crazy.
I hate sleeping, to be honest.
I agree. It's a waste of time. But like, if I get if every once in a while I have a day, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna hard reset and sleep as long as my body tells me to wake up, and I'll like sleep like 10 plus hours sometimes. Then I feel so shitty.
Correct.
Really?
I feel bad. You feel so tired.
Yeah, like I'll do it where if I have a Saturday where I don't have to, I have a Saturday off, I'll sleep until college football starts 11 a.m. and then I'll wake up and then I'm like, I don't really feel great, and then I'll fall asleep again for another 4 hours. Like I feel more tired.
Right. Yeah. It just ruins the rest of your day. You want to do nothing but sleep.
Yeah.
Because your body's like, I've been waiting for this probably. Right. But yeah, I fully agree. I'm just excited for you to get the caffeine addiction too now. Like,
oh, those are tough when you get off it though. Oh, that headache hurts.
You can be on the same schedule as me. Every few months, I go a full week with 0 caffeine to reset, and those are the worst weeks.
That's brutal.
I was doing it over the summer where I was drinking a Ghost Energy a day, and I was able to get off of it easy. So I guess maybe you need a little bit more than 3 months.
Well, you're drinking just one, you said.
1 a day.
Yeah, that's like normal functioning adult, I feel like. Yeah, I have a coffee in the morning. I'll have an energy drink in the afternoon, then maybe another coffee.
I don't think that's healthy.
Never said it was. But if you're sleeping like 3 to 5 hours, that's what you need. And then I feel like 2 wrongs make a right.
Yeah, you just need a little shot of adrenaline.
That's fair.
Or multiple shots of espresso. That's once you get up to that.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I like. I like going, especially if you go to Dunkin', their coffee's a little watery too. You got to add the shot of espresso to the coffee.
Really, if you think about it, coffee is just smelling salts for non-athletes.
I got smelling salts over there too. I bought them for a bit that never happened, but
that what was the bit?
At some point. I don't even remember how it was fully played out, but Jake and I were recording a podcast in person, and I was going to make him do them because I know for a fact he's never done smelling salts. So I thought it would just be funny. There's more to it, but I don't remember what it was. But hey, maybe that'll still happen.
I will say I've been staunch that Chuck Noll hard black coffee. The thought of espresso came into my mind.
I like espresso. I feel like that's more because that's super European, right? If you just drink like a straight whatever espresso, it's American to say, "Hey, dump that in my coffee."
Right,
which is what I do.
That feels like I'm adding a shot of vodka to my Red Bull.
100%. Yeah. But that's exactly what it is. But like in Europe, like you just get that little thing of espresso, and then it's just all concentrated caffeine essentially.
Yeah.
So then you're good to go.
So I'll cap my coffee talk, my coffee journey here. Since I've been on this journey, day 3 now, I'll get one more where I work tomorrow, and then this weekend I don't work where I live, so I have Green Bay free. So I'm trying Green Bay this weekend. See what's going on.
Sure. Okay. I still think if you find a place that has Door County coffee, go for that.
Told. That's someone else brought that up to me today.
You should try Lambeau Field coffee too and see where it stacks up.
It's not a bad idea.
True. I feel like it would be terrible.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to hear. Or if you get Barris Brothers over there.
Okay.
Barris Brothers coffee, that's from Watertown, I believe. They're solid. Solid. Okay. Might as well talk about fantasy football now. If you have any questions about fantasy football, coffee, or anything else, definitely ask like Warrior Loft did. Start 2, we got Kyron Williams versus the Niners tonight, obviously. Kamara versus the Giants. Woody Marks versus the Ravens defense. Which 2 would you start? Kyron's a lock, right?
What'd you say?
Yep.
Kyron's a lock?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think I'm doing Woody.
I'm doing Woody.
That's the thing. I there's no doubt Woody Marks has the best matchup. Like a bad run defense is made worse without Roquan. I'm not sold on him just being gifted this backfield yet.
Yeah.
So, and I think the Saints can move the ball against the Giants. So that's the only reason why I think I would stay with Kamara, assuming it's PPR. If it's not, go for Marks because I think he has a better shot at a touchdown, I guess. I think they're close, though. I don't think there's a bad decision. I just think Kamara's safer versus Woody Marks is a higher ceiling.
This feels like one of those weird games where Kamara has 2 or 3 touchdowns for no fucking reason.
Right. By the way, speaking of the Saints, if you have Juwan Johnson, do your absolute best to sell him right now. His stock's about to tank. I can already feel it.
Can you sell him? I mean, he's not playing tonight. Did you miss your window to sell him?
Juwan Johnson?
I'm sorry. I was thinking Juwan Jennings.
Oh, Juwan Jennings, if you have him, whatever. Yep. Half PPR, I think I would still personally lean Kamara, but it's close.
I agree with your Juwan Johnson take.
Yeah, I mean, we got 2 tight ends to the Saints that are designated to come back now. Yep. So do with that what you will. Just for the sake of comparing those running backs, though, I have Kamara at 19. I have Woody Marks at 24.
So a similar tier.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. And assuming they each get one spot closer to each other because Chuba Hubbard's probably out, it feels like. So if that's the case, they'll just get a little bit closer. But yeah, Rico Dowdle probably jumps up in between that tier as well. So if Rico Dowdle's out there, I don't hate picking him up and playing him if you have a spot.
I got a question for you.
Yep.
I'm in a league where I have Juwan Johnson. Do I pick up and start Jake Tongues? Is that how you pronounce his name? Tonight?
Tonges?
Yeah.
I would still go Juwan Johnson. He's questionable, but I think he's going to play. But the other tight ends aren't. The other tight ends aren't coming back this week, so you still got a couple of weeks.
Since we're on the topic of tight end, can I throw a question at you guys?
Yeah.
In my touchdown only league, I need to start 3 out of these 4. Okay. AJ Brown, Hunter Henry, Travis Kelce, Tyler Warren. So I don't care about yards. I need the guys who are going to score.
Right.
My initial thought.
Okay, yeah. What's your thought?
Is I feel like it hasn't worked, but I feel like I have to start AJ Brown, which maybe I don't. Now I'm going to talk through it with you guys. AJ Brown, Travis Kelce, Tyler Warren, and sitting Hunter Henry against Buffalo.
I personally would play Hunter Henry. I'm just looking really quick how many touchdowns the Broncos have allowed to wide receivers because I don't think it's many. They have allowed. Okay, I'll sort by. They've given up 1.
Yeah.
The entire year. I think AJ Brown could get targeted a little bit. I'm just not sure if he's a touchdown guy in this game.
Yeah.
Man. Like otherwise, to me, it's either him or Kelce I'm sitting. I feel pretty decent about the other 2.
And I think one of them doesn't score. I think it can make up for a little bit. Like my running backs are Jahmyr Gibbs and Kyren Williams. So on any given week, that's a touchdown a piece, right? So
yeah, right. Yeah, that is completely fair. AJ Brown's a weird one right now. Yeah. I also don't think I think they're going to force feed him the ball at some point. I just don't know why that would be this week. 1, matchup doesn't really support that. And then 2, he just acted out on Twitter and whatever. I feel like they're a team that's not going to reward that. So we'll see. Pickens or Keenan Allen this week?
I think you keep riding George Pickens, right?
I am. I think this could potentially, and stop me if you've heard this before from other people this year. First time I've said it, at least. I think it's a Ladd McConkey week.
Yeah, I'm with it.
It's going to happen at some point. For whatever reason, I think it's going to be this week. And what's up, Jared? Would you sell high, so to speak, on Ibuka? Was just offered Devontae Adams straight up in a 12-man PPR redraft. I would sell high, and I do think I would take Devontae.
I would do that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just trying to think. Is selling high on Ibuka Devontae Adams, or can you go higher?
If he was this is the whole thing. I'm always with the psychology of the trade. So if he was offered this, then that means that person's willing to do it, right?
Right.
So I almost would want to like add in a running back on your side and a running back on their side to slightly upgrade your position, or insert whatever
or even
position you want there.
Yeah, like if you can get an upgraded quarterback with that too, I don't hate that.
Right. Yeah. Any position doesn't matter. Like I would be willing to see if you can get a slight upgrade somewhere else, since they already think they're winning that side of the trade.
Right.
So
yeah, I don't.
But you don't have much time to do that. Obviously, Devontae plays in 20 minutes.
I just take it. I understand. I'm in the same boat. If I get something, I'm always going to add a little more. I'm taking it right now and laughing to the bank, making sure you can put him in the lineup. Like I've seen it happen too many times. Like if he does go back and forth with this guy, like what happens if you find a trade and then Devontae Adams high ankle sprain, right? And he's out 34 weeks. Like that's tough too.
If we're already saying yes, we would do this, we just want to get more. Don't counter the trade. Keep that active, and then just offer a new trade back to them.
That's fair.
Then, unless they fully decline the first one, which sounds like they don't want to since they offered it, then worst case scenario, you just accept the trade before kickoff.
Yeah. Trevor, I don't know if you saw this. I don't know if you're still keeping up with the chat. I know you got knocked out of our 32-man guillotine league. I don't know if you're keeping up with like the moves in the chat and stuff. Very funny trade.
Crazy today.
Yeah, and a very funny trade was made earlier. Or
what was it?
End of the week. Tyreek Hill for Malik Neighbors.
Even.
That gave me a chuckle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, someone traded. I saw that. Like, whatever.
It's such a fun, underrated league.
Yeah, it's great.
Like I got like the psychology of it is insane, right? Like I had the Jets, so I was gonna lose anyways, week 2. But like let's say I missed by like 9 points, right? And you could have had a guy who got 9 extra points for an extra $100 a fab. Do you risk some of the fab for possibly being out week 2, or it's such a great league.
Yeah, people are spending right now though. Every week.
The guy who spent
there's people that go crazy.
$1,350 or whatever on Josh Jacobs traded him the next day.
Yeah. That's bad business decision.
Yep.
That's a sunk cost, I think is what they call it. Lucius, Deep League, do you think Blake Corum's going to have a good game tonight considering the game script? I think he's going to have a fine game.
Yeah, I don't know that he's going to have a good game. I think like he'll be on the field, but if it's in a deep league, I don't hate starting it. Like if you have to start him, I don't think you're pissed off about starting him.
Yeah, I don't think the game script is going to be like, I think the Rams are favored by what, like 7.5, 8.5 at kickoff. That doesn't feel right. Like I feel like it's going to be a competitive game. The thing that works in his favor, depending on what the Rams are doing, one of the two games, either last game or this game, they were going to limit Kyren Williams just because they don't want to give him too many touches, too many snaps in that short a time, especially when they have somebody like Blake Corum. They already limited Kyren a little bit in last week because everyone's talking about, hey, Blake Corum played the most snaps he's ever played. Kyren Williams played the fewest snaps he ever played. It's because of this scenario. It's not because Corum's overtaking him. But I do think we'll see a similar workload potentially to last game. Like, I don't think they rested Kyren that much. So, like, he'll see what, like 6 to 9
6 to 10
carries.
Yeah.
Right. And he'll be fine with them. Like, 49ers don't scare me. So it just comes down to a touchdown. Like, I think he gets between 30 to 40 yards.
That's what I'm saying. In a deep league, like, I don't think you're too mad because he will be on the field.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And it just comes down to praying that he vultures a touchdown or something, which is very, very possible.
Yeah. Did it 2 weeks ago.
Right. But if we're making touchdown predictions, feels like a Parkinson game.
Yeah. We're not getting any Terrence Ferguson, are we? He's on a healthy scratch to start the year.
Yeah. I think he's got to learn how to play tight end in the NFL first. He's going to be good, but I don't think it's his time yet. Higbee's out, so it's going to be Parkinson and Davis Allen. Yeah, I believe his name is. Davis Allen's too white of a name, so it's going to be Colby Parkinson tonight.
I mean, so it's Colby Parkinson.
Yeah, you're going to be shaken with how much money you won for Parkinson.
So is Tyler Higbee, to be honest, but either way.
Fair. Fair enough. I wonder what you guys talked about something. I want to know what a parlay of Tonjes and Parkinson touchdowns tonight pays. Just that feels possible.
Just one more. Terrence Ferguson, not a very white name, but maybe because I'm thinking of the old Trevor, remember the old Oklahoma City shooting guard, Terrence Ferguson, when they kept looking for a guy after getting rid of James Harden?
Wait, Oklahoma State? That would be Arizona State, right?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City.
Oh,
Thunder.
Yeah.
He was there for a while.
Can I say, this is not fantasy football related. I've just been thinking about it a lot. But I'm just going to say, I guess it would be a hyphenated word and then another word after, and just see, Trevor, if you have any thoughts on it, and Zach, if you want to chime in any thoughts. Mini corn dogs.
The best.
Very good. So much better than regular corn dogs.
So much better.
I see corn dogs and I'm like, I don't love it. I see mini corn dogs, I'm going to fucking town.
So are mini corn dogs a food? Like, are you using the same sauce as you're using with chicken nuggets with mini corn dogs?
I mean, I mix it up all the time. So yes, I think.
I think it depends on the day.
So I usually do yellow mustard with both of them. But I've been doing Chick-fil-A sauce with mini corn dogs, and that's pretty good.
Chick-fil-A sauce underrated.
Cane sauce with both of them are very good too.
Really, all sauces from chicken places are great. Like the Polynesian sauce hits if you're looking for something like that. Like, so good. Do you remember the McDonald's sweet and sour when they would give you all those options too? Oh, fantastic.
McDonald's Monopoly starts next week.
Sure does.
Are they going to rig it again?
Yeah, just
as long as it's in my favor, I don't care. I won't say anything.
I think like in order to be the person who completes the board, you have to like travel across the country. Like there's only regional spaces that they put out.
Here's the thing, and I didn't do this obviously before since I wasn't an adult who could think clearly. But I think you go to McDonald's, you get these pieces and you put them on eBay. I feel like that's the move.
I don't think. I believe there was something about if you sell them, they become null and void. I believe. I could be mistaken, but
right. But how are they gonna? That's not my problem. It's the person's problem who buys them.
Yeah,
that's very true.
There certainly has to be a market for McDonald's Monopoly pieces.
100%. I have because whenever McDonald's comes out with those like limited time sauces, people always sell them on eBay after. So I have a couple of those whatever fucking anime sauces that they have.
Oh yeah.
I just looked it up today. They sell for $5 each.
Yeah.
The little sauce packets.
Here's the thing about McDonald's. They raise their prices and then they're like, oh, let's get you value meals. Let's do this and this. This is what brings people back. Like I don't love McDonald's. I am legitimately excited for this. You just brought this up to me and I looked it up. This will get me to McDonald's. None of the other bullshit. Stop it. This, I'm interested now. More companies need to do this. Play Game of Life at Chick-fil-A. Play fucking Trouble at Wendy's. I don't care. Just do something fun.
McRib also back in the UK.
Fuck the UK.
Yeah, I agree.
Also not a huge McRib fan.
I don't know, man.
We've had this conversation before.
UK is
I like
underrated.
Quick Trip's rib sandwich.
I do too.
It's very good.
Yeah, I think it's completely different. Did you guys also for Elk Mound, Wisconsin, there isn't much there. And in fact, there was no restaurants there when I grew up. But just outside, there's McDonald's. So that was like the hangout before and after football, stuff like that. Did you guys ever have like a night that you went with your boys for McDonald's Monopoly and you just ordered everything on the menu and just see whatever the hell you could do?
Yeah, I had a buddy.
We were there for 5 hours.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I had a buddy. This is a funny story. Now they bring it kind of fits this, but it doesn't. We had a Taco Bell. Attached to an A&W, attached to a gas station. Great combination.
That's wild.
Yeah. So we get there, and my buddy was in high school. Like, this guy is Mekhi Becton. He's 6'8", like 360, right? So he's first one in line. We probably 6, 7, 8 of us. First guy in line, taco 12-pack, okay? Gets it, gets his food first, sits down. He ate the whole thing before everyone finished ordering, and he got back in line and got another taco 12-pack.
Nice.
And then I was looking, I'm like, that might be the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I'm going to start doing that after I start drinking coffee for sure.
So, and then the same guy, he went out with all the big, linemen and everyone would go out together. Remember when Burger King had the 10 nuggets for $1?
Yeah.
They would get 100 nuggets for $10.
Right. Yeah. That was college for me. It was always very suspicious that they never called them chicken nuggets,
Right.
but didn't really care.
Yep.
You know, price is
Did
price.
you? I'm assuming you guys did that thing where you just go on like basically a college potluck, where like you go to Taco John's, you get a pound of potato Lays, then you go to A&W, you get some burgers. That man, that
Mhm.
was the peak of living. You never had any problems when you were in those drive-throughs reading that food.
Correct.
No.
I'll still say peak of
100%.
life, right before COVID. Maybe right before COVID was kind of peak of life for everyone. But in terms of fast food, it was the Wendy's 4 for $4.
It's still there. It's a little more expensive. I think it's 4 for $5 or whatever.
Yeah.
So good. The amount of food you get for it is insane. And their bacon air fries are so underrated.
So good.
Yeah, between that and the Culver's Kids meal, those are the two best deals in fast food.
You opened my eyes completely to the Culver's Kids meal. That has changed my entire life, and I am not understating that.
No, 100%. For whatever is worth, going back to that parlay, Colby Parkinson, Jake Tonjes, anytime touchdown, $10 to win $376 if you wish to do that.
That seems honestly kind of low. I feel like it should be worth more.
Maybe. Well, I mean, Jake Tonjes is only plus 430. Parkinson's plus 750. So if you wanted, instead of Tonjes, if you're feeling spicy, honestly, this isn't that unrealistic. MVS scores a touchdown tonight for the Niners. Like they have nobody, right? So if you go MVS and Parkinson, that would be $10 to win $982.
Interesting.
Something to think about.
Is this a Brian Robinson touchdown game?
I hope not. Screw that, dude. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say this right now. Guarantee it is, because I wasn't understanding why people were ranking him as high as they were. So I think I'm pretty significantly lower on him than anyone. Mm-hmm. And whenever this happens, through the grace of God, they fall into the end zone.
Yep.
He'll have 2 carries for 2 yards and a touchdown tonight, or probably 2 touchdowns. So very fair. Good call. What's his odds to score a touchdown? His odds to score are plus 550.
Okay, so now do a parlay with him and the 2 tight ends. Now we're getting into a fun category.
No, I don't think that happens, because I think either if they make the red zone, either Tonjes or Robinson scores. I don't think they get twice in both scores.
Hey, we go for broke here.
I mean, if you do the 2 tight ends and Robinson, then that would be $10 to win $2,660.
Yeah,
which
that's a month's rent and then some
for you. Luke Farrell has the best odds out of anybody we've talked about, and he could very easily score a touchdown, plus 1,300, same as MVS. So if you just want both of them to score a touchdown on the Niners, that's 10 to win 2,050. Not bad. Demarcus Robinson has the 3rd best odds on the Niners to score. That feels weird.
Revenge game.
I guess that's suspicious, though. That's suspiciously low. I'm going to move him up in my rankings right now. Somebody knows something. For whatever it was worth, he was at 57, and he is now at, I'll go 52. I'll move him up 5.
I have a take, football take.
Go for it. Yep.
This happens every year, right? We get tons of guys who go down with injuries right away, and there's always these opportunities for players to kind of rise up. How much do you believe in these players that are like rising up for these opportunities this year? Like, right, there's some opportunity with the Giants, with Malik Neighbors going down, but I mean, we've seen Darius Slayton as wide receiver 1. We've seen Wan'Dale Robinson, as kind of get that little bit of a bump. Cardinals running backs go down. We've seen Amari, DeMercado and Michael Carter. Like, these are just not very good players. Is the opportunity worth the pickup? Like, I don't even necessarily know that. Like, of course you have to pick them up just because they're there. But like, and maybe this is me not really understanding how people like project players, but like DeMercado's projected like 12 points or something. Like that can't be right.
With him, it could be, just because I think he has the best shot to score a touchdown out of those guys. But for me, the way I think about like these shitty players, right, that are just rising to relevancy, and I know I always say like opportunity leads to productivity, which I think is true.
Agreed.
I'm not picking them up just as a depth piece. That's a waste of my time.
Right.
So if I need someone to start, I'll pick them up. Or if I think I have a decent chance to trade them, either just straight up or add them onto somebody I already have to upgrade, which you can do because those are the guys who always have the hype around them. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to pick them up and flip them immediately before they let us all down. That's why I'm doing it. But I'm not picking up DeMercado as my running back 5 because somebody got hurt. Like that just doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
Now, someone who I think is in a perfect position to let everybody down is Rachaad White.
For sure.
I like him as a player. I think he's a good player. Sean Tucker scoring that touchdown.
Yeah.
like this feels like the most let down Rachaad White opportunity. And I'm just waiting for Bucky Irving to get ruled out. And I'm going to try to trade him in so many leagues that I picked him up in. Yeah. It feels like the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, I'm starting like it'll change if Bucky Irving's playing, but I'm starting Sean Tucker in a guillotine league as a flex.
That's fair. There's no chance Bucky Irving plays. This feels like Kawhi Leonard tore his ACL and he's questionable next game.
Yeah.
Like Bucky Irving was on crutches and in a walking boot today. And everyone's like, day to day. Like, I don't think he is, brother. Like, I think he's out this week. Don't worry about it.
Tampa's got a tough game, don't they?
Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle's playing good football. Like, maybe I think it's probably. I assume it's just gamemanship at this point.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I think it is too. And it's not a gimme. They're pretty good against the run. They haven't played anybody good, but Seattle has given up the most receiving yards to running backs this year. So that's why, like, Rachaad White, I think, could catch passes, or that makes too much sense, and then Rachaad White won't catch a single ball. Mm-hmm. You know, like, I mean, what's the most likely outcome? It might be that.
Yeah, not to mention, I mean, Baker's hurt too.
Yeah, Baker's banged up. No Mike Evans. Chris Godwin's back, and he's playing solely outside, basically. Right. But I like that because I think Seattle's outside corners stink. So, like, I think he actually could be decent. I think Ibuka could be in for a letdown. But we'll see. Seattle's good, though. Like, I don't think anyone needs to be discounting Seattle anywhere at this point.
I'm going to keep saying it until he doesn't get 16 points, but Sam Darnold's 3 straight weeks of 16 points if you need a high floor quarterback.
Yeah, he is what he is, right? Yeah, he's not going to win you a week. I can't imagine he loses you a week. They're not putting him in a position to mess up.
Again, and like you have Ken Walker, you have Zach Charbonnet, you have, you know, Jackson Smith and Jacob Cooper Kupp, Torrey Horton, Elijah. Like, there's good players around in that offense too.
Agreed. A little bit of a changing of gears, but I have to take Matthew Stafford over a half a rushing yard tonight.
Yes,
right?
Yes. You know how much I love half rushing yard overs.
Me too. I've lost a lot of parlays to them, but they're always very fun.
Yeah. Although every time I see Joe Flacco half the rushing yard, I was taking under because, like, that guy does not. But I'm righting my wrongs here. He's gotten over like 5 times every time. I'm like, all right, maybe.
Yeah. Hammer it. I think Mac Jones, injured knee and all, I think is at 5.5. Yeah, that one I'm staying away from.
That's a little too much for my liking.
Yeah, I don't trust that.
What if it was 2.5?
2.5, I would be tempted to. I still think I shouldn't take that line.
Right.
But I might.
Those are the lines we get. It's the same as the NBA. You take centers under half a steal, and you make a lot of money that way.
True. Yeah, it's gonna hit more often than not.
Guards under
one very weird line is MVS, who we already talked about. His receiving yards are at 5.5.
Yeah, I mean, it's an over. It's an easy over.
It feels that way.
Someone has to catch the ball.
Right. I don't know why his is so low. I'm going to take him. I'm going to move Tonjes' receiving yards down to 20. Take the higher on that.
Zach, you've been watching any playoff baseball?
No.
I knew the answer to that question before I even asked it.
Is the first round done yet?
Today it'll be over.
It is tonight. I am going to game 1 of the NLDS Saturday, which, Zach, you'll love this. So there are 4 teams. All teams are playing at home on Saturday, right? All are playing.
Sure.
Seattle is a home team. Toronto is a home team. Philly is a home team. And Milwaukee is a home team. What time do you think the Brewers play?
You said Saturday?
Yep.
Correct.
I mean, I would assume middle of the day then, right?
Wrong. We don't know yet. You want to know what game it depends on? The Yankees Red Sox. Get ready for this.
Okay.
Both East Coast teams, both are
Right.
traveling to Toronto, East time
Yeah.
zone. Get ready for this. If the Red Sox win, the Brewers play at 8 p.m. Central Time, and Seattle plays at 3 Central Time. Okay?
Okay.
Get ready. If the Yankees lose, Zach, what time do they play? If the Yankees win instead of the Red Sox, what time do they play instead of 8 o'clock?
The Brewers. I'm gonna guess the earliest time slot.
1 o'clock. You are correct.
That makes
So
the least amount of
we-
sense. That's so
we have
stupid.
Fucking Seattle, a West Coast team, and we say, no. Let's wait to see what if the Red Sox or the Yankees win, and no matter what, put them at 4 o'clock. Who the fuck decide? And here's the best part: the Padres lost to the Cubs. If the Padres had beaten the Cubs, and the Yankees had won, the Padres' first pitch would be at 11 a.m. Pacific time.
Why?
So-
all of these sports leagues, other than the NFL, are just trying their absolute best to make sure nobody watches live.
Oh, do you want to know the best part? Game 3, there were 3 games today.
Uh-huh.
The times for all those games were dependent on every series in the game 2. So if just one team had lost, the game times would be this time. If 2 teams had lost, they would have been this time. If 3 teams had lost, it would have been this time. The MLB is crazy.
And their like
yet to
most
do
common
something.
age is like 60 years old too. So
yes,
they have nothing to do, but they aren't going to be solving this word problem.
I either have to go to a pumpkin patch after an 8 o'clock game at night, first pitch, and these games take 2.5 hours plus traffic.
Yeah.
Or a 1 o'clock game. So, like, for example, not getting too far into this, but my dad has a wedding he needs to be at 4. He doesn't know if he can go to the game or not.
Nice. Yes, Luke?
Can I put a quick timeout? Because I think we have an easy answer in the chat here that I'm going to bring up.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to put it up.
Sean is, I don't know if he's still here. It's Woody Marks, right?
Yep. We hate Chase Brown.
I mean, Chase Brown plays the Lions. I'm not afraid of the Lions.
I'm afraid of Chase Brown.
I'm not. I don't think he's good, but at the moment I have Woody Marks ranked 1 spot ahead of him, and that could very quickly flip for me.
This is really easy Woody Marks to me.
I'm just not putting it past the Texans to give Nick Chubb 15 touches in this game.
Maybe. Even still, I'm still Woody Marks.
Or what's the most likely scenario? Ravens lose their D tackle, they lose their middle linebacker, they lose their edge, they lose their quarterback, they have their center hurt, they have somebody else hurt. They come in and spank the Texans.
Yeah, I had that thought.
Like, I don't know. I don't think either player is safe, but at least Chase Brown has guaranteed touches.
Sure.
I don't know. All I'll say is Woody Marks is way more fun. Woody Marks, I don't think has a higher ceiling. If you need 5 points, 5 to 7 points, and you think you're going to win, I think Chase Brown's guaranteed for that. Whereas Woody Marks, I don't know, has any guarantee whatsoever. He should see more. He should outperform Chase Brown. But it's a rookie who's had 1 good game.
Yeah. Yes. I understand that. To me, this is like Woody Marks is right now he's like the Texans offense has not been what everyone wants it to be, what the Texans wanted to be since Stroud's rookie year. This kind of feels like the adrenaline shot to maybe get it going a little bit. Let's give him the ball a little bit and see if he can carry us for a little bit until we can figure it out.
It's possible. He looked way better than Nick Chubb. There's no disputing that. I'm not ready to write off the Ravens as a bad football team.
Yeah, I'm not. God, no.
But everybody else is. I I get the run defense has been bad, and it theoretically should get worse without Roquan Smith. But they have a weird way of bouncing back in these spots.
Yeah, I mean, they're a great coach team. They even if they're hurt, they're still leaders out there. But do you guys think it's a little weird that through, I guess, other than Joe Flacco, but through Lamar Jackson's career, they've always had kind of that backup quarterback who, they've had the RG3s, they've had the Josh Johnsons who can kind of run a similar offense, not necessarily to the degree, and they bring in Cooper Rush this year?
That is weird. I think, this is the thing. They're not, they're definitely not a running team right now. They're going to be. But this isn't the old Greg Roman offense. This is a pass-first team. And Lamar Jackson is a pass-first quarterback, and he's a pocket quarterback. Yeah. People forget that. So I think the offense kind of does fit Cooper Rush a fair amount.
Agreed. It's just interesting, right? It kind of feels like that. Yeah, and I guess I agree with you. It just feels like you bring in kind of similar players at base level. Lamar and Cooper Rush aren't similar players, but when you break it down, Lamar's led the league in touchdown passes 3 years. Not in a row, but 3 years in his career. You kind of think maybe Lamar Jackson isn't a running back anymore. Whatever happened to the people that had that take?
Yeah, he needs to play receiver. I still like to say that on the Flurry Sports podcast every once in a while. But yeah, it's insane. It's just racism. I don't know. It's just dumb. There's also whatever happened to people criticizing Tyreek Hill too. Dan Orlovsky of all people today talked about how professional Tyreek Hill was. No, what are we talking about? Right. Yes, he looked good on the field and he acted good on the field. He probably went home and then choked his kid. What are we doing here? We need to stop glorifying anything Tyreek Hill ever does. Mm-hmm. I hope his career is done.
Dude.
Sorry. Not really.
Remember his 200-yard first half? That was awesome.
He's a great player.
Yeah.
Great. Never liked him, and then he moved to Miami, and it gave me a double reason to hate him. So, and then he stood up for Tua. Last straw. No one stands up for Tua and is okay in my book.
Yeah, I get it, and you are on the right side of this. I hate saying it because he's such a bad human being. I love Tyreek. His whole career. He's one of my favorite football players of all time.
Well, you know what? I think Malik Washington can play a similar role to him, and he has, to my knowledge, choked 0 pregnant people.
Fair. I want to disavow from what Tyreek Hill does off the field.
I'm not saying you support that at all. I'm just saying we could have a more fun option now.
Yeah.
There's a chance. And I don't recall him saying anything nice about Tua.
True.
Someone should hold his feet to the fire and make him disavow his quarterback. That'd be
also
fun.
Miami. Let's talk about Miami for a second, which I hate doing. I love Ollie Gordon. I think he's an awesome player. I hate that he's running the football for Miami. There should be nobody scoring touchdowns on this team except for Devon Achane.
Yeah, it shouldn't be Darren Waller. It should be. What happened last week was disgusting. Yeah. Darren Waller finally comes back to football after a failed music career, ruining his life, and then he held the Dolphins hostage with a hamstring injury through the first month of the season, and then he scores 2 touchdowns, and then I'm expected to go pick him up in fantasy football and talk about him as a legitimate option. I'm not doing it.
Right.
Not doing that again. I wish I had his song on hotkey here that I could play his shitty ass music. He stinks. There's people who paid big fab for him this week, by the way.
Yep.
Are we confident he plays this week?
No, and I'm not because I put a bid in him because Tyler Higbee's not. So he's my starting tight end in our 32-man guillotine right now.
Sure.
I think out of my 1,100, I put 30 on him or something or whatever. So
he should be used. He's an athletic option. The Dolphins should use a tight end, but literally, I don't trust he's going to be active this week.
Yeah, I agree.
Much less next week or the week after. But yeah, we shall see. Get your final questions in. We're going to hop off here in 4 minutes. We've covered it all today. We covered Luke's new coffee. I wouldn't say addiction yet, but hopeful addiction from him. We've talked about fantasy football. We've talked about random touchdown odds. We've talked about Tyreek Hill's checkered past. We went on another rant that I don't recall. Yes.
I don't think that, I don't want us to this to spill over into Thursday Night Football, but just
fast food. That's what we talked about.
Yeah. Continue. But just another thing on coffee. now that I'm like thinking about it, like I've said that I didn't have that experience where I wake up in the morning and pour myself a cup of Joe and take it on the way to go. I hate doing things in the morning now. Like I don't make breakfast. I get up, I shower, I brush my teeth, and I go to work.
Yeah. What I don't have this yet, but is very intriguing. I want one of the coffee makers that you just program the night before and then just starts brewing at a certain time. So then if you wake up and it's already done, that sounds great.
You can do that with like the $30 Mr. Coffees at Target now.
Oh, I have a Ninja one, so I probably could. Yeah. I thought, and this is me being an old, essentially married man at the moment, I thought that my fiance could do that, who's awake already, but apparently not, you know?
Unless
she's not drinking it.
It's kind of like a Michael Scott situation, right? If you like to wake up to like the smell of coffee and everything, you just you get up at 2 a.m, you do it, and you go back to bed. Michael Scott, right, stepped on the grill. That's a really good gag in that. Like that feels like a really underrated gag in The Office. That's a very funny episode.
Very funny. Have you seen the preview for the new, not a spinoff, but by the same creators? Are we feeling the paper or whatever?
I got to check it out because I mean that's where I started my career in a newspaper. So I'm excited to watch it.
I think it has potential. I hope it's not just trying to like I hope we're not watching and it's like, oh, this is the 2025 Dwight Schrute. This is the, Michael Scott. I hope it's not just trying to mimic it.
Yeah. Speaking of that, along the same lines, do you guys ever watch that 90s show?
I watched the first couple episodes and had to stop.
Really? I love the first season. I haven't watched the I don't know how many there is now, but I love the first season. It's the exact same thing. Same show.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not the same show, but it's the same concept is what I mean.
I loved it whenever Red and Kitty showed up.
For sure.
I liked it when Eric was there.
Yeah, and Kelso.
Yeah, and then when they weren't there, it was apparent.
I get it, yeah.
Those kids were annoying. Like, I don't know. I think I watched 2 episodes.
Maybe I got to revisit it.
I assume it gets better, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I could just watch Ted Lasso again. So
or I could just watch that 70s show.
Yeah. Banger after banger. Okay, we are going to get out of here. Again, lots of articles on flurrysports.org and more coming tomorrow. We have our expert collaboration article coming tomorrow, a few of them. So people that you may know from around the industry, fantasy life, and places like that, chipping in, answering some fantasy questions. So go and read that. We got Luke's Survivor picks, the video on this YouTube channel, as well as the article. But then we got Stardom Sit-em, we got streamers, we got all kind of good fantasy content. But if you have any suggestions for anything else that you would like to see that you don't see at the current moment, please let us know. Also, rest of season rankings potentially coming tomorrow from me. And once I get that done, then the trade value chart can come built off of that. So next week for sure, we'll also have rest of season rankings, trade value chart. We got the opportunity index and, all kinds of good stuff happening. So subscribe so you don't miss that. And let's hopefully enjoy a good Thursday night football game. See you later.